Everybody, as usual, thank you so much for everyone that jumped on the last live. I am back here to repeat everything for you in English for those that need to hear it in English. So this is Tashina Gonzalez with Vida Activa. And as you hop on, please let me know where you are joining me from. Please say hello. Tell me what city and state you are repping from. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. But today we are continuing the series that I've been talking about this month, which is natural support for autoimmune diseases. And so I've already touched on just in general support for pain and inflammation, and I talked about skin diseases, which is the one I suffer from. I suffer from a skin autoimmune disease, and today we're going to talk about natural support for bone and muscle autoimmune diseases. So things like arthritis, myositis, and other related things. So I got this information from Medical News Today and myositis.org. So there are 4 types of autoimmune myositis: polymyositis, dermatomyositis, necrotizing immune-mediated myopathies, inclusion body myositis. And so you need to remember that it is important to discuss with your medical doctor, your rheumatologist, neurologist, primary care provider, so that they can see the whole picture of what might be influencing your symptoms and recovery. And you should always take your conventional medications as prescribed and never stop or change these medications without first consulting your doctor. So, first thing we always talk about, diet. That's the most important thing. What is the best diet, or what diet changes should you make if you're suffering from a bone or muscle autoimmune disease? So studies have shown, according to this article, that when it comes to things such as arthritis, you have to have an anti-inflammatory diet. And that's something that I mentioned in one of my previous videos. And thus, okay, you can't see me? Can you see me now? And thus, you are one of the best diets, recommended diets, is to go vegan, right? So plant-based vegetarian diet. You're going to need to have a diet that is rich in fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, and seeds, because these significantly reduce inflammation. They've done several studies showing that. The screen is blank. That's weird. I have no clue why the screen is blank, because I can see myself on my Facebook screen. That's so strange. Okay, well, I'm doing it on Instagram at the same time, so they'll be uploaded to my YouTube. So like I did last time when it was glitchy and it kept glitching out on me, I will post underneath the video that's going to be on YouTube. Okay, so I'm just going to continue. I'm sorry you guys can't see me. I don't know why. So yes, a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, for those that are suffering from those. And then for myositis, there was a large, huge list of things, and it literally was everything that I already mentioned. You know, things like making sure you cut out sugar, making sure you reduce your sodium. So watch the video that I already did on reducing pain and inflammation, because I went into a lot of details in that. So supplements. What supplements are going to help with bone and muscle autoimmune diseases? So you're going to want to have fish oil from cold water fish, such as salmon, mackerel, tuna, cod, herring, because they contain lots of omega-3 fatty acids. And these combat inflammation by blocking inflammatory receptors. And so actually having additional fish oil supplementation, there's been studies that show that this does help a lot with rheumatoid arthritis. They also mentioned Indian frankincense, as there's been research that may help relieve some symptoms. Also mentioned turmeric and curcumin, which I've talked about pretty much in every one of my lives as well. I mentioned that in the one on general pain and inflammation reduction. And I also did a video on an amazing drink that everyone needs to be taking if they have some type of body inflammation or pain. So if you haven't seen those, hop on my YouTube and go watch those as well. But those have definitely been shown to help with bone and muscle diseases. because it reduces inflammation. But you need to take turmeric with care because people who take blood thinners such as warfarin should avoid turmeric. Some other supplements that were mentioned specifically for myositis were calcium, vitamin D, folic acid, and omega-3. It's also super important to take probiotics. So there was a 2014 study that was mentioned in one of the articles that people that had rheumatoid arthritis taking probiotics for 8 weeks improved their condition and reduced their inflammation. So foods such as yogurts and pickles, and again, we've talked about this. We've talked about many times how gut health is related to your immune system. So if you have an autoimmune disease, you need to make sure you have a super healthy gut to reduce those symptoms. And again, all supplements, talk to your doctor, and remember that the U.S. Food and Drug Administration do not regulate herbs and supplements. As a result, the doses can be irregular, and there have been lots that have contamination. So know your source, and that's always why I give you guys suggestions of what I would suggest to take at the end of my videos. So, also was mentioned on one of the sites some mind and body practices that you can engage in order to help. And it mentioned when trying to decide which complementary approaches to use, most patients find the process to be an ongoing learning experience with lots of trial and error. So, some of the things that were mentioned to add as a support were acupuncture, chiropractic and osteopathic manipulation, the practices of traditional healers, Ayurvedic medicine, traditional Chinese medicine, homeopathy, naturopathy, massage therapy, relaxation techniques such as breathing exercises, guided imagery, progressive muscle relaxation, meditation, mindful movement, including those who are interested and would like to do things such as yoga, tai chi, qigong, healing touch and Reiki, prayer, and being in nature. Some other things that were mentioned were self-care practices. So we're going to want to make sure that we reduce our stress levels. And we know that aromatherapy is super good for that. So you always want to incorporate that on a daily basis. Get plenty of rest. Take a leave of absence from work if you need to. Try and maintain and enhance your close personal relationships or develop new ones. Studies have shown that a strong community and meaningful connections with others make you healthier. Have something in your life that brings you rewards or pleasure, such as hobbies, friends, family, or your pet. Think about the things you enjoyed before you became sick and can still do, and do them. End negative relationships. Give your life a sense of purpose so you have a reason to fight. Let yourself cry for 15 minutes, but not more when you need to. Get outside the house, even if you really want to stay inside. This may be hard to do, but once you're outside, it's not as hard to stay out for a while. Every night, write down 3 things that you are grateful for. Listen to music, and better yet, sing. That's something I do every day. Laugh, even if you don't feel like it. Studies have shown that your body does not know the difference between real laughter and fake laughter. Watch comedies. Studies have also shown that laughter really does make you feel better. Keep a journal of your progress so you see that you are really getting better. Accept your disease as part of you, but don't let it define you. Hug or cuddle someone. Studies have shown that this can help improve the immune response because I've heard this several times, if you actually study it, it can release endorphins and other happy hormones in your brain when you are participating in healthy touch. So those are the suggestions that I got from the 2 articles. And with that, of course, because it is so important to have great supplements, I'm going to give you some suggestions of things that we talk about. So Mega-Cal is one of our 2 calcium supplements. So this is a calcium magnesium supplement, and it is known to support bone health as well as vascular health and normal nerve function. And it's an excellent source of calcium and magnesium. So we talked about how calcium is something that is important. Omega Gize is our omega supplement. So this is an omega-3 fish oil complex formulated with vitamin D, CoQ10, and essential oils. So we talked about omegas in both of the cases as well as vitamin D. I am allergic to cow's milk. I am highly allergic to seafood and fish. So I have to supplement these as well, and that's why I have them. Agile Ease. This is something you want to have in the regimen because it has frankincense resin powder. It has undenatured collagen, and it supports healthy cartilage and joint function. And that's what we're talking about. We also have we talked about the importance of massage as supporting. So we have Ortho Ease, which is one of our massage oils. So that is something that you can use. All of the ones that I'm going to suggest actually have mint in those, so that cooling and heating effect is going to drive in during the massage and have it last longer. So there's great essential oil blends to use for that. Panaway is another one that you can use. You can follow the directions on the bottle and use that to massage to try to provide some natural support. And then we have another one called Deep Relief, which I do not have with me, but is on its way to me, which is another just great one. It's diluted. You can massage it on yourself, or you can add some additional oil to that as well. So those are some ones that you're going to want to use for that physical support. And last but not least, something that everyone needs to have is the Cool Azul Pain Relief Cream. So the Cool Azul Pain Relief Cream says that it actually provides penetrating cooling relief from minor muscle and joint aches, arthritis, strains, bruises, and sprains. So it is a plant-based formula combined with the power of naturally derived menthol, wintergreen, and an exclusive Cool Azul blend. So I always have this with me. I have it on me at all times because I don't have a bone or muscle autoimmune disease, but I do have body pain once in a while due to 2 accidents that I was in a while back. And so I have this on hand all the time. So those are the things that I want to share with you: the diet changes, the natural things that you can use to support, and the supplements and things that you're going to want to add into your life if you're not doing so that you can have some additional support if you have a bone or muscle autoimmune disease such as myositis or arthritis. With that, I'm going to end this. I just want to remind everyone, if you haven't seen it yet, if you're here with us in Michigan, we are having our monthly spa party. It is open to everyone. I am going to have samples for the men that are visiting us. Hey, Robert. I'm going to have that Cool Azul Pain Relief Cream for anyone that needs to try it. We're going to have fall make and take. We're going to have tons of fun. So that is Sunday at 3:30 at Mulberry Square Clubhouse, where I am located. And as usual, again, as you hop on here, say hi, give me a wave, tell me where you're checking in from, what city and state, hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. And the most important thing is, if you know someone suffering from arthritis, if you know someone suffering from myositis, if you know someone that is suffering from a bone and muscle autoimmune disease, share this video with them immediately. Maybe they're on medication and yet they still don't have enough relief. Here are some solutions that maybe they can add on as far as supplements to maybe just get slightly more relief while they work with their doctor. Again, I already did the drink, my spicy limeade drink. That is something that you're going to want to definitely take on an everyday basis, maybe even twice a day if you suffer from a bone or muscle autoimmune disease, because it has that turmeric and that cayenne pepper that we talked about that was so important. And if you have not done so yet, follow me on YouTube. It's just my name, Tashina Gonzalez. Go in there, click subscribe, turn on notifications so that you can start going through some of the close to 500 videos I have there now, 100 of which are in Spanish. With that, I'm going to close this out, and I thank you guys so much as usual for joining me. Have an amazing day. Bye.